morning. It's 7:30. I haven't had a very good night's sleep. But what I thought I'd do today is, because I've got a lot of training, I've got quite a few different things that I want to try recipe-wise, so I thought I would film it all. I also want to test my mile run. I haven't been running for a while. I want to start really upping my cardio and get my fitness sorted. So I thought I would vlog today. First thing I do is get up in the morning about this sort of time, and I come down and get myself a Monster, and I use it as a pre-workout instead of like a cup of coffee or something like that. And I know people say Monsters aren't healthy. I have one a day, but lots of things aren't healthy. Won't stop people doing it, does it? So let's get myself a Monster, and this one is my favourite. Where are they? There we go, the white one. Although the green one's quite nice. Where are they? Yeah. Morning. I can't guess what you want. Food. Every time I come down, I just get followed by these three. You're not getting fed yet, it's too early. So I'm going to drink this and then I'm going to get ready for the gym. So I've had my Monster and I've got dressed. I've got some new gym gear on, so I'm going to be reviewing those today, while trying them out today and seeing how they are. Not squatting, so I won't be able to test the leggings, but I have got some new trainers. Under Armour, I've gone all Under Armour. I've had quite a bit of their stuff in the past. I find that it fits really, really well, really good quality, and I can use it for like years, and it doesn't really show too much wear and tear. So yeah, that's my new kit. Always makes you feel good. I'm gonna do a weight session. It's going to be a push session, but I don't do triceps. I do just one arm session a week, separately on a Saturday generally, but this week's been a bit messed about. Out. Both of you out. Don't need to be in here. I insist on coming in while I'm training. So yeah, normally my day consists of getting up, having my pre-workout, and then coming in the gym. And just recently I've been adding in functional fitness. I started off with 10-minute AMRAPs, and then I was doing that twice a week, and then I've gone up to, I sort of like steadily worked up, and now I'm at 20 minutes per day. And I either do a 20-minute AMRAP or two 10-minute AMRAPs. I'll probably do a 10-minute AMRAP, and I'll probably do it straight after this session, because I'm going to do my mild time run this afternoon to see where my progress is. So. Or my progress, see where my starting point is, because it's been such a long time since I run, at least, I don't know, 6 months. So I've marked out a route. I did that yesterday, measured it out, and I'll be doing that a bit later on this afternoon. I'm not going to take a camera because I don't really want to be carrying anything under test conditions. I do have a little GoPro-y type thing, but I still don't want to be carrying anything, so I'll let you know what my time is. So yeah, I'm going to get going. I might show you a little bit of the workout. It's not a massive workout. I'm literally just building up, and I'm extending my weights as I go. So I'm going to do a voiceover to the training session, just because I have music on at some point, and I didn't really want to get impinged for license problems. I apologise if you can hear the washing machine in the background, but obviously I've picked the best time to do this. So I started with flat bench press with two 10-kilo dumbbells. This was my third set, but my first working set. So I did 2 sets prior to this, probably with 6 kilos to start with, just to start warming up the muscles and the joints. And then the second for 8 kilos, and then these are 2 10 kilos. So I said I did 3 sets of these. I always like to start with flat, whether it be with the dumbbells or with the barbell, just because you're at your strongest, and it's classed as it sort of works more of the muscle, so you need more strength. So going on then, my second exercise was incline dumbbell bench press, and again I did a couple of warm-up sets with lower weights. I always find that my incline is a lighter weight, so these are probably 8 kilos. I can't remember now, 'cause it's been a while and I didn't write it down. So this is the third and last one for my chest, and I've just recently started doing this. It's kind of you do
10 on each side of your flies, your cable flies, and then you go straight into a press. After you do your 10, don't change sides, just go into a pressing motion, just straight down. So it's a bit like when you go into the gym and you get these hammer machines. So I'm using it like a hammer machine, so it's a chest press on the cable. So I'm finding that's working really, really well. It really fatigues my chest and gives me a bit of a pump. So I did it the other side, but I didn't think you'd want to see my bum, so I didn't put that in here. Then going on to shoulders. First off, I'm going on with the overhead press. Fairly light dumbbells. I'm not overly strong above my head, and my mobility overhead is not great either, so I think these are 6s. Second one, side dumbbell raises, and these are at 5 kilos. Just like to say, all of these are 3 sets of 10. Please don't pick me up on my technique. I can see that it's not massively great. And then my final one was reverse flies, so bent over reverse flies, and I think these were 8 kilos. Again, 3 sets of 10. And this was my finishing set. Yeah, I really enjoyed the session.
That's the session. Thank you. Just up, are you? So that's the session done. It took about 35 to 40 minutes. Not massive amounts of break in between. But what I thought I'd do before I go down and do a quick 10-minute AMRAP, I don't know what one I'm going to do yet. Probably going to be upper body dominant. And the dog's just farted. Thank you. Yeah, so just a 10-minute AMRAP because I'm going to do the run this afternoon. But what I want to do is take a little bit of video and do a bit of a physique update, because I'm hoping over the next few months that with the training and the healthy nutrition and the like, I'll be able to see some difference, and you'll be able to see some difference. So I'll set this up and I'll just take a spin round, and then hopefully in a few months we can do some comparison video. So this is me. I'm not going to tell you my weight. Weight doesn't really matter. I haven't stepped on the scales for a few weeks now. I know the beginning of the year I lost about 14 pounds, which is kind of how I wanted to kickstart the year, give myself some momentum going on into the spring. So I do hold my fat all round here, all round the middle, so on my hips, my thighs, my belly here. My lower back is terrible. The bit that leans off the quickest is my shoulders and my chest and my upper back and my lower legs. So all this bit in the middle is what most people would call their problem area, but it's just the bit that goes last. So this is me from the front. From the side, I need to work on my posture as well, because I'm very slumped over and that doesn't do well for the way you look. And then from the back, I have absolutely no idea what the definition's like back there. I can't imagine it's great, because I've got some trimming down to do. And then from this side. So like I said, hopefully in a few months' time we'll be able to see a difference. Okay, so I'm going to do 10-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible. And what I'm going to do is dumbbell snatch, kettlebell swings and sit-ups. Where's my timer? And no doubt the dog is going to get in the way. Here we go. Keep out the way. I was going to turn it off, but well, I've just finished. Just to show you that. Where's it? Focusing. 10 minutes. I did 7 full rounds, and then all the dumbbell snatches, all the kettlebell swings. Just for my information, your information, the dumbbell's 8 kilos, and so's the kettlebell. I bought the kettlebell like 3 weeks ago, and that was stupidly heavy, and I was struggling. Now it's easy. I'm going to have to upgrade and buy a 10 kilo. So that's good. That's progression. And then for the sit-ups, I use this ab board, and then you just open up your hips, and it takes the momentum out of your legs. I know you do use your arms a little bit, but it's a lot of ab. What do you call it? I can't even talk now. So I'm going to have my first meal. I'll show you what that is when I've made it. So this is breakfast. It's toasted rye bread, you can just see just there. And then underneath here is, well, it's supposed to be half an avocado, but it was past its best, so I had to chop some out. So it's probably more like a quarter. And then 2 poached eggs. And I'm going to put some salt on there because I don't have a lot of processed food. And I train quite a lot, so I sweat quite a lot. So I'm going to eat this, and then I've got this flavoured water from Lidl's. Lemon and lime's my favourite, but the elderflower, and I think it's apple, is it? I can't remember now. That's quite a nice one. To have that with my supplements, and my supplements are just a multivitamin. That's from Bulk Powders, which I got off of Amazon. And then these are Lidl's vitamin D, because if you live in the UK, there's never enough sunlight, and it's good for your bones. And then, although I do eat oily fish, probably only once a week, so this is good for heart function. That's omega-3 fish oils. So that's the supplements that I take. So I'm going to eat my brunch, I suppose you call it, my first meal of the day anyway. Before I eat it, I just needed to show you this. Look at this. Oh, now isn't that the perfect runny egg? Right, so I'm off on my run. I'll tell you what I got when I get back. Right, I'm back. I did the mile and it was 10.46 minutes. So I was hoping to get under 10, but you know, it's a start. I struggled. I don't know if you can see that or not. That just shows the route and my time and everything. So yeah, well, it's a start, isn't it? So I'll hope to do that like once a week and see the time come down fairly rapid, I hope. Brilliant. So this is my second meal of the day. I'm going to make a shake, a handful of ice. Oh, I've forgotten the milk. Bear with me. Still here. Got almond milk. It's sweetened, but it's quite low in everything, so it's dairy free. I need my glasses. I'm so blind. Oh, the joy of getting old. So I'm going to have 200ml of this. This is from Lidl's. It's the cheapest place to get it. Oh, this is just a really simple protein shake. The ice makes it a little bit thicker. Also, I'm going to put something else in to make it a little bit thicker. I'm using cookies and cream, My Protein, Impact Whey Protein, from My Protein, obviously. And now I'm going to add one of these Snacker Jacks. It's the smooth caramel flavour. It's 51 calories a cake. I'm just going to break one up. And what it does, it just gives you that little bit of texture. It's less watery. I just like the flavour as well. It gives it a bit of more of a cookie flavour. I've just been for that run and it's giving me a runner's cough. But I was quite pleased. And then next thing I'm going to do is My Protein Flavour Drops. This is in white chocolate, just because I find that the protein powder on its own just isn't sweet enough for me. I want like a proper shake flavour. So it's like you go into these like cafes and have these really naughty Oreo cookie ones, or Ferrero Rocher, or whatever they are, Kinder Bueno and stuff. So right, wait for it. Perhaps if you turn it on. There we go. So it is a runny shake, it isn't like a thick shake. If you want it thick, you put more like fruit and put a banana in maybe, and some blueberries and already. Oh, it smells lovely. It's really, really simple, and it's like less than 200 calories. You can see it's sort of like fairly thick because it's got the ice in there, and it's got the caramel Snacker Jack in there as well. So, right, so that's it. Let me have a taste. Oh, you can definitely take the Snacker Jack caramel cake. Oh, that's lovely. Right, I'm going to drink this. I did this yesterday, and I did it with the salted caramel one. Nowhere near as nice, so definitely use the cookies and cream if you get the different flavours. I would say vanilla would be quite nice as well. If you're just going to stick to one type of protein powder, buy vanilla. So I'm going to have a mid-afternoon snack, just keep me going, and what I'll do is I'll take the girls for a walk, and then I'll have my main meal probably later on this evening. So what I've got is a toffee nut latte by Nescafe. Absolutely delicious. It's the nicest latte I've ever had, and sometimes you can buy them cheap, sometimes they're like double the price, depends if they got on special offer or not. And I've got a Grenade carb killer bar, and this one is white chocolate cookie. This is my joint favourite with the birthday cake one. So I'm going to have these now, and then I'll see you later. Right, so change of plan for dinner. I was going to eat when I got back with walking the girls, but there's something I want to watch on the telly about extreme Wales, so and that starts at 7, so I'd normally be out. So I'm going to go after that. So I'm going to eat in the next half an hour or so, and what I'm going to do is homemade pizza, but not the normal way. So I use this tin, it's got the little holes in the bottom, makes the base go a bit crusty, and what I'm going to use is just a plain tortilla wrap. This is from Lidl's, you can use whatever one of their flavours you fancy, or any tortilla wrap of your choice. And then what I use is, what I've been using just recently, is this Marks & Spencer's The Grill House Barbecue Sauce. It can be used for dips, sauce or marinade. Morrison's used to do a really nice pizza base sauce, a barbecue one, but they haven't had it in for ages. So I found this, and I tried a few other different ones, like normal barbecue sauce that you would look like a ketchup-y type thing, and they were always really quite like sour, almost like quite sharp. So I stopped using them, and for a while I stopped doing these. So all you do is put a blob in the middle. You don't need too much because otherwise it's just a little bit too strong. It's not like the stuff that you get on a normal pizza. And then just spread it around. It might look really thin, but it tastes quite strong once you've cooked it up. So try and get it right to the edges, just because the bare part at the sides not that nice. Well, a bit bland, not nice, but you want to get everything as far over as possible. Right. That's the sauce. Now, normally I'd go a little bit more fancy pants than this, but I haven't got a lot in and I couldn't be bothered to go out shopping, so I'm just doing it with what I've got. This is low fat cheese from Lidl, and I've got 30 grams of it, so just sprinkle it over. £30 are actually more than you think. It does make quite a nice little covering. And then I've got some chicken I cooked up earlier, and this is chicken thighs. I've just switched over from chicken breast to chicken thighs just because the meat is so much more moist once you're using it and reheating it. And I was finding that the chicken breast was getting really dry and it just wasn't very nice. You can make these bits smaller if you want, or you can put them on in big chunks. I don't really want a chunk that big. As you can see, it does do quite a lot. So if you wanted to come down, you could have a little bit more cheese if you wanted, a little less chicken. And then what I would normally add on this as well is sliced mushrooms, just a couple of mushrooms, and then some sweet corn. But I don't have any of it, so all I'm going to do is just stick with that. I'm going to put the oven on, preheat the oven to about 170, 180 degrees, and when the light's gone off, that's going to go in. I normally keep an eye on it. This will probably need a little bit longer than normal because the chunks of chicken are a little bit bigger. So maybe 10 minutes, slightly more maybe. Here we go. This is the finished product. Took about 10 minutes. Like I said, just keep an eye on it. You can just see it starting to go dark on the edge here. Little bit of light Hellmann's mayonnaise in the middle just to dip in it. And I'm going to eat that now, and then when it gets dark and I've finished watching my programme, I'm going to go for a walk with the girls. Okay, so it's 7:30. It's nice and dark. I've watched my programmes. I'm going to walk the dogs, and I'm going to get my rings to close. I don't know that anybody has access to an Apple Watch. I don't know if you can actually see that. I can turn myself inside here. But let's close one off again. Your aim is to get all these 3 rings closed. Stay open. And I've got 378 of my movement, and I've got to get 575, so another 200 calories. Another 6 minutes of exercise and 2 hours of standing to finish. So yeah, I'm going to go out for probably about an hour, and then I'll come back and I'll have my last snack. I'm back from the walk. Just missed the rain. It's just started to rain. This is my last snack of the day. I should probably take that into the living room and have that after I've had my shower. Get into my jammies because I'm on my own this evening. So yeah, I worked out all my totals earlier, and my glass in the other room. So my totals for today for my food, calories was 1482, 160 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat, and 111 grams of protein. Now I do try and hit around that protein mark, and I know they say a gram per pound of body weight, but I can't eat that much protein. I'm quite a chunky girl, and I just find that I tend to like weigh it out for some reason. I think if I eat a lot of protein, I tend to be up quite a lot of the night. So I stick around 100 to 120 grams of protein, and then the rest of my calories, I don't really mind whether it's from fats or carbs. So I'm not too sort of anal really. I just try and stick to my calories. And then what I try and do is do my up to an hour in the gym and my 2 forms of cardio, whether it be 2 WODs, 1 20-minute WOD, or a WOD and a run, or whatever. And then I try and keep my steps up. But rather than steps, I try and do the Apple Watch rings. So I try and close the rings every day. I'm not always successful, but I quite often hit my steps. But it's a little bit more to close your rings. On here I've got to do 585 of moving calories. I've got to do 30 minutes of exercise, and I've got to stand. So for 12 hours I've got to get up and move around for like at least a minute of that hour. I more than do that. So I've done 70 minutes of exercise, 605 calories of movement, and I've done my 12 hours. So that's sort of kind of how I play my nutrition, kind of how I play my exercise. So it's basically calories in versus calories out. I haven't done a lot of like veg today because I just haven't got it in. I'm going shopping tomorrow. The cupboard is bare. So at some point we will do a Lidl's grocery haul, and I'll show you what sort of things that I eat. Some hacks to make life a little bit easier, how to hit your goals, and hopefully I'll learn to like try and stick to them, because my thing seems to be do really, really well for months on end, and then have like 2 or 3 months where I go ballistic, and then I've got to start again. So, but now I'm trying to like find a happy medium where I eat sensibly most of the time, but then I can have like treats. So at the weekend we intend to go off and I'll have a nice breakfast somewhere. I might pick up a fancy pants donut from Krispy Kreme or something. So yeah, I'm trying to find a mid sort of road. At some point in the future I want to talk about mental health. It's something that I've struggled with for years. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon because it just seems like everybody is talking about mental health these days, and it's not something that in years gone by you could talk about, but now it's something that is like a hot topic. So you are accepted if you've had some kind of mental health issue, and I have had for very many years. So that'd be something that I will talk about because that affects my health and affects my weight. So well, thanks very much if you managed to get through to this bit. Please like if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and if you feel like it, share it. I'll be putting it on YouTube, on Facebook as well. So if you want to share it, the link out, that'd be brilliant. The more people I can get out to, the better. Okay, see you in the next one. Thanks.